The man slowly woke from his hibernation pod in space, still disoriented and unsure of his surroundings. Luckily the smart voice prompt gradually helped him regain his memory. Before his thoughts fully returned, the captain rushed over to tell him to hurry to the cockpit, as this might be their last communication before reaching their destination. It turned out in the not too distant future, humanity's overexploitation had led to Earth's resources gradually depleting, but officials had observed a satellite rich in resources, and the three men were tasked with traveling there to carry out an exploration mission. Listening to the leader's encouraging words, he hurriedly assured him he'd complete the mission successfully, then had the other two return to hibernation. The man didn't think much of it and was about to go back to sleep, but then Mike walked over. He said a 3-month hibernation cycle was enough to reach the satellite, and guessed the captain's actions were meant to delay the mission further. By then, even if something went wrong, they couldn't return to Earth. Mike suggested the two wake up a day earlier. If any accidents happened, they could intervene in time. Plus they could navigate the spacecraft to the opposite side of the satellite and use gravity to speed up their return to Earth. After his constant urging, the man finally agreed, but said if nothing happened after waking, they must stick to the original plan to head to the satellite. What the two didn't know was their conversation had been clearly heard by the captain, who'd been monitoring them for a while. But soon after, Mike noticed the reactor power had suddenly dropped to 20% of its normal level, and he couldn't find where the fault was. Relying only on solar panels would make a smooth return impossible. At that moment the captain gathered everyone again. He claimed after checking, he found someone had tampered with the power data, though Mike always handled programming. The last login was from the man's account. The captain said since they couldn't find who was responsible, they had no choice but to put both in hibernation pods. He then pulled out a gun. Under threat of death, the two had to comply, but as soon as the man entered the hibernation chamber, he saw the captain hit Mike from behind, knocking him down, then land several brutal blows to his head, killing him instantly. The man, already sedated by the hibernation drug, was powerless to stop it and could only sink into unconsciousness in fear.